good, everyone? It's Tee Becoate, and I'm back with another KUT Media interview. We're back in Bass House Studios in Brooklyn. Today I got with me John Polanco. What's good, my guy? How you doing, bro?
What's up? I'm well, man. I appreciate you.
Of course, bro. Of course. How was your travel out here to BK today?
BK, where we in Williamsburg?
Yeah, East Williamsburg kind of
It was cool, man. Long ass train ride. L train was packed. That's really the worst train.
L train. Yo, I'm glad you said the L train.
Worst train.
For sure.
It's like sardines in that motherfucker.
Top 5, bro. It got better though. L train used to be worse.
Yeah. It's all the transplants. This is what we had.
That's right.
Everybody from outside of New York over there. So, yeah.
Okay, dope. So let the people know a little bit about how you got your stage name and where you're from in New York City.
Yeah, so my stage name is my government actually. So it's John Polanco. And the reason I did that is because I didn't really have like a nickname coming up. Everybody used to just call me Polanco or John. So it's just like, John Polanco. People tell me my name sounds like a name, So I just kept that. And I'm from the Bronx. I'm from the west side, 174th and Undercliff, which is like right across the street kind of from 15th, 20th century. So the birthplace of hip hop. That's where I grew up.
Fire. So how was it for you growing up in the Bronx, right across the street from, the place that birthed hip hop?
There's a lot of different things going on. Obviously, I went to school like right in RPT. It's like a school like in there, and I went there till about the 3rd grade, and then that's when I was able to get out of like my neighborhood and start going to different schools in the city, and then I touched Harlem, and I was able to move around. But like going up there, you see a lot of different things. For sure. I say that.
Well, were you around music a lot early on as a kid?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, like my brother and my sister, older brother, older sister, they used to be bumping like all the popular stuff, like all the hip hop, all the R&B stuff, and then like my mom would be bumping all the Spanish music, like all the bachata, salsa, merengue. So I kind of got those two mixes early.
Okay, dope. All right. Yeah, so who were some of those early artists that your older siblings were listening to, that you took a liking to, that got you into rap?
Yeah, I remember early on, my brother bumping like a lot of Jay-Z heavy, and now that I'm thinking about it, like it was like early 2000s, so I remember 50 Cent era was super heavy. And then I remember a lot of the Rough Rider stuff, the DMX stuff, like they shot one of those, like the Rough Riders, and the video on Undercliff actually. I remember like, bits and pieces of that. I remember like Bow Wow, just like, a lot of
that's mad funny you said Bow Wow, not to cut you off, but I just interviewed an artist just a few days ago, and we were kind of talking about how like Bow Wow's like a disrespected legend.
Yo, for real, like everybody wanted to be Bow Wow. No funny shit. Like I had braids when I was a kid, and it's between like Bow Wow and AI. Like those were the two influences from my next braids and shit. But Bow Wow is a disrespected legend for sure. He sniper.
Shout out to Shad Boss. This is the second time we mentioned you, so we got to get the Bow Wow KUT Media interview. All right, bet. So growing up in the Bronx with all that music, all that culture, how did soaking up that environment ultimately influence like you as an artist or becoming an artist?
I mean, like I became an artist because I needed like some creative outlet, like to just speak. So that's kind of how it came about. Like I remember I got like kicked out of high school, and like I didn't really know like what to do. So that's kind of how I picked up the rap, and I already knew rap like the back of my head. You know how like teachers used to be like, oh, you guys could recite the whole song and shit, but you can't remember this thing. Like that's what it was for me. Like I remember lyrics like easy as hell for some reason.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And what age did you say you really started rapping?
Like in middle school, we would play around with it, like nothing seriously. But I took the decision to like say, okay, I'm gonna do this full time when I was like 17. Yeah, I'm 28 now, so it's like 11 years since I made the decision. But it's been like learning, trial and error.
So what have you learned so far from starting back in 2017 to now? How's the journey been?
Yo, it's changed a lot. When we started, it was we had physical CDs for my first release. It was like a mixtape. Yeah, it was called Pressure Book. So we actually was passing out like physical CDs to them. But it, just been learning a lot. Like with the digital age changing shit, and just music changing as well, and just growing as an artist, like, you know, being influenced by different things. Like, I don't even think certain things are cool anymore that I used to think was cool when I was younger. So yeah, like right now, I just like, I like cool shit. I don't really like the violent stuff, you know, like I listen to everything, but I don't really, you know, be jacking, putting that type of shit in my music specifically. Like, type of mode, like it's there, because you know, it's what's going on a little bit, but I'm not like, yeah, we out there, you know, spinning the block. It's like,
Gotcha. And I was gonna ask, how would you describe yourself as an artist?
I said like a real cool artist. I think I say that I think I am multifaceted in the sense of like I built my own lane with it, you know, like into what I do now, the rap stuff. I'm working at Google, and that got me as a writer, and that got me into that. So I've been building my lane as a copywriter, rapper, you know, thing. So yeah, I don't know if that was the question, but yeah.
Nah, that's dope. Congrats to that. And speak about that a little more, because you know, rap a lot of times can be an avenue to like other places. You can use it to do different things. So how did you use, like, speak more how you use rap to get the copywriter position?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's about representation. A lot of the times, like, everything we see coming up is like rap, ball player, football player, whatever. So that's, you know, I obviously was influenced early on to be a rapper, but then that, you know, and always being good at writing kind of like pushed me into the advertising thing specifically, because I had like a couple family members there, and they were telling me like, yo, you're a wordsmith, you write raps so you can write for different brands. And I never really saw it. It took like 2 years of convincing, but then I did this program called the One School, and the joint I was telling you about off camera. And it's like this program for Black creatives to get into advertising that have no background in it. And I think the numbers like 85% of Black creatives don't know that jobs exist, which is fucking crazy. And I'm one of those 85%. Like, I didn't know you could turn rap into writing and get like a real bag from it. Like, there's people making doctor money out here, you know, fucking with this advertising stuff. And it's like, you know, it's this gate-kept industry that we should all be in. Like, you know what I'm saying? We work in the media, we work in, you know, all this culture stuff. So, you know,
Pretty much like all the stuff that we're doing for free, grinding to get to the bag, these people are getting paid.
yeah, and even like you know, you're doing a lot of the writing, the graphics, like you're doing all the art direction, copy, the strategy, like you're already doing all these things, you know, that a brand is paying for, you know what I'm saying? Obviously you're doing it for your own brand, but like there's opportunities out there for sure, like just having the information alone could help you, right?
Facts. So you first started making music in 2017, and then I was checking your discography out all the way up until 2020. You were releasing music. Then you took a break, I guess, or time off, right?
Yeah.
What would you say was the reason, and what were you doing, and what were you cooking up during that time?
Yo, I mean, I just needed to get a bag, bro. Like, I think I needed to figure out financially how to support myself with the music, and it wasn't anybody, there's still nobody like pouring money into my music. So just out of necessity, like I think the merchandise I started making with my own sweatsuits with a cricket machine, pressing the crib.
I remember showing me the process.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, well, thank you. And, you know, that kind of like gave me a little bit of motion, you know,
Oh shit. Pretty much I just asked during the time off from
Gotcha. So yeah, so then I'm like, yo, 2020, like the merch is going crazy. I'm like doing my thing with that. And again, I'm like, yo, this is not bringing me enough money, so I need something else. And that's when I considered listening to the advice of people telling me like, yo, try copyright. So in that industry, I'm like, yo, I'm a rapper, I'm a wordsmith, and they don't have that in that industry. So it's like, it makes sense for me to be there. And like, you know, I'm a culture creator, so they need, you know, there's not a lot of, you know, just Black folks in general in those rooms. So, you know, it just made sense for me to happen.
Okay, dope. And then pretty much I was asking, what have you been cooking up also in that time away?
Yeah, man. So I've been cooking up this Activelli project, which is dropping December 7th. You know, it's 7 records, but you could imagine like cutting down all the things that we did have since 2020, like you mentioned, because I haven't dropped. But I've just been cooking that up and like just packaging it the right way. And it's the first time I'm able to package music the right way and release it And it sounds good. I got mastered. Like I never really got my joint mastered. It's always just been mixing and like putting it out. So I've been cooking up this Activelli, man. Showing up going crazy.
Okay, dope, man. What do you mean? What's the right way to? Like, what did you learn? You know, from your experiences that you did this time around that you may have not done.
What's one thing? Like even down to like just the graphics alone, and like having a deck, an artist deck of things that we're gonna do. Like the creative director I'm working with, shout out Jay Thompson, you know, like and Austin Bowman, the producer. They're just like it's organized. It's clear the vision what we're doing. It's always just been like me, like all right, this is what we'll do today, and like figuring out how to make it happen, no direction with the videos, kind of. But now it's just like. It's just like all consistent. Even if you go look at the Instagram, like all the posts kind of like match up and make sense. The art direction is all like linear. So, yeah.
I figure on that too, because even if you look with the Diamond Cut brand, when we first started, it was like all over the place. You posted, and somebody just told me like, "Yo, you gotta post like this and make it look nice and all fit." Yeah. And that matters, having your page look clean.
People just respect it more, and even if you don't really pay attention to the arts, like you feel it like subconsciously, like oh, this is like it looks different, it looks nice, like it's inviting, engaging type shit. So yeah.
And with Activelli coming out on December 7th, what would you say is your favorite song of the project?
My favorite song of the project, it might be the second joint up there. For right now, it's called I Know You Watching. That joint's probably my favorite one right now. I say.
And why is that song out of the other seven, or the other six?
I wrote this in advance. It's like you mentioned, I haven't put out music since 2020, so I think 2021 or 2, I was in Paris for a little bit, for about a month, and I wrote this like my first day out there, and it was just like, you know, it felt like Paris, like, you know, it was like the hook or something, like, you know, I know you watching, you see the phone, nigga in Paris feel like he's in home. They change your mind, you from the hood, start seeing the glow. Whoa, BX my home to get hit, I had to get flown. And yeah, like, you know, this is
still getting shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what's up. Alright, so I want to ask too about the cover for Activelli. You use your hair, your braids, the style of your braids as the cover art. What was the inspiration behind that?
You know, there was a few references we had. This one big Crit project, I mean, you're a Crit fan too.
Shout out Big Crit.
Yeah, he got this joint too that is like a something. It's like a green cover. He got like a rose green into the back of his.
I don't know what album specifically, but I think I've seen it.
Yeah, it was a recent album too. But yeah, we had that as a reference image, and then we was doing a photo shoot. Like we just had one of these pictures, and then again the creative director like just elevated it to what the cover up became.
All right, so we got Activelli dropping in December. What else do you have upcoming with, you know, pretty much about like a month and a few weeks left in 2023?
Oh yeah, I got some visuals coming, so we're doing a couple video drops, one to Richard and Relevant, that's the first joint we're going to drop with the project. The second one is called Westside Finals 2, featuring Spark Jr. And we're dropping those, we're going to have a release event, we're planning on shows. We got the merch coming too. The merch is always like probably one of the biggest things I do. People be fucking with that shit. So yeah, that's what we working on cooking up. There's a lot of moving parts right now. Getting active. Better.
Okay, bad. And real quick, what does Activelli mean?
Yo, the story, you know the name. Everybody asks me, so it just comes from like saying the word active. You know how we talk, like, oh, it's active, that shit active. I was dealing with this girl from London, and she used to always like be like, yo, Activelli, like changing it up, and that shit just kind of stuck, bro. But it's just like, you know, real motivational, bro. Just get to it, just stay active. That's pretty much the message.
Dope. So, yo, John, I want to thank you for taking your time out today to kick it with us here at Diamond Cut Media. Great interview. Let the people know where they can find you on social media and check out your music.
Oh yeah, John Polanco. That's JOHNPOLANCO, and it's John Polanco _ on social media platforms. So holla.
All right, John Polanco, BX in the building.
Yes,
Another Diamond Cut Media interview. Signing out.
Yes,